it going, Scrub Gamers? Welcome back to another video here at ScrubGames, and today it's another episode of our previously in DBS series. Like, we haven't had them for a little bit, because with the fusion, well, we haven't had anything really from Masters. That's been relevant, no real news on that for anything, because we've got like a next set coming out for a good while. We haven't had spoiler start for that, and for Fusion World we haven't really had anything because like the spoilers have been just going really slow over time, which we've been having like one per day. We started getting up to a few more. But all we've had really is the alt arts. We haven't had any new cards since getting the Freezer secret rare, and we've just had alt arts and revealed like 2 per day, very slowly. But Bandai went basically switched it up because where they've been doing it like a lot differently to the first set, they just chucked out all the rest today or on Friday. So we've got like all the rest of the set we were missing in one day instead of getting more. And we're still waiting till like the end of May to be able to get the set, so we've still got a while to the next step. They just spammed it out. They've just been like slowly per day and it's spammed it all in one go. So what we're going to do is see all the reveals from the last 2 weeks, I think, because I don't think we had never one since a while ago, because we're trying to do it like every 2 weeks since they were doing one reveal a day and we've got nothing. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, good 2 weeks since we've had the last one of this, so we're going to get into and see all the rest of set 2. So before we get into the video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It keeps you updated with my videos as and when they drop. And if you click the notification bell, you can get alerts when my videos do drop, so you can watch it there and then or at a later time. That suits you. So with that out of the way, let's go have a look and see what from set 2 we've got, because we're missing a load. So starting off with the leader alts, and they did show us the leader alts already, because they've been showing us for the last 2 weeks the leader alt, well the like alt arts for all the cards, but you're doing like 1 or 2 per day, like very fucking slowly, and it's been annoying. And they've had it just in like photos. So for some reason on Japanese Twitter, they were showing both sides of the alt leads, because even on the alt leads as well, the front side gets an alt, not just the awakened side. So we were getting just the awakened side of the alts for English, and for the Japanese one they were given both sides. So this is what the alt art looks like for the red Goku leader, because we've only got 4 leaders in the set. So they've changed it from the first set having 8, whereas the rest of the sets have like 4 or 5 once we get the fifth color in black in set 3. So this is what we got for the leader alt. So it's the front and back side of Goku. Pretty nice. Actually looks really nice. Probably a lot better. Well, way better than the awakened side on the normal one. So this is a big up as well. And it is quite a nice front side as well. So that's the leader. I'm not going to go too much into it. There's a lot of cards to cover and a lot of things to go through. So that's the alt art for that. There's not much more to say on the alts other than like what they look like, because you've already seen them before. But this is the alt for the Zamasu leads. We've got this on the front side, and then the back side. Back side's a lot better, I reckon, than just the stationary pose. Like him actually like trying to grab you and just basically take you out. Looks really nice. Like the alt arts for the second set look a lot better than most of the alt arts from the first set, which is a big improvement. Because I'm especially when I've got one of my favorite ones for the game is Ginyu, and Ginyu's alt art leader is not very nice. Like it's got a better front side, but not the best. Not at all. Probably one of the worst awakened side alt arts in the game. Then we got Cell as well. So Cell was the third leader, and we've got quite a nice one. Like not too much different from the front to the awakened, but you can see like with iconic tap head for like a did you know kind of thing. I can't remember the name of the meme. But like, yeah, Cell signature pose there, and or like with the lightning as well, like going ascend, like super perfect. Then we have the Vegeta. Vegeta's one's definitely a lot better as well. Like, probably not the best on the front side, like, but not the best with the front side ult. But on the awakened side, more iconic with him looking in the blue as well, looking very nice for an alt art. So those are the alt art leads. We do have the alt arts of the SRs as well. So we got all 3 of the alt arts for the SRs as well. So these are the alts. So not that impressive with the alt arts with the like SRs. Like the leaders look really nice for the alt arts. Like they all look really nice. The alt arts for the leaders in set 2. But for the SRs, they're not that impressive. Like the Gohan probably looks like the best out of the red ones. But ideally, like especially since you've seen like some of the alt arts they get for One Piece and the alt arts you get from Masters, they look amazing. But for this Fusion World, they've just gone very bland with their alt arts. They aren't that impressive. They're just a higher form. But like the Gohan looks pretty nice. Just he looks like he's part of the Blue Man group, but still not that impressive for alt arts and SRs. Then we come to the blue ones, and once again, not very impressive with the alt arts. Like they look cool, they're nice, but they're not that. I wouldn't think this is like worth an alt art look. These are like could just be normal SRs, not really alt arts. Like Zamasu, like Fuse Masu there. Those look pretty like demonic with like just glowing red eyes and stuff like that, like in this form with the little light thing on his back. But once again, not that impressive compared. Like if you look leaders look really, really nice. The SR's looking very, very plain, especially for alt arts that are supposed to look a lot better than supposed to be like higher versions of the SIs. With the green ones do look a lot better. Like you got this cell here, like like a really, really cool pose, like very demonic, like full art as well, looking very nice with the green over him. But then you get to the Gohan, that Gohan's looking great, but the Trunks does look pretty cool with like the flash, like the rain coming down the back. Well, it looks like the rain coming in the background when you get like turn Super Saiyan. It looks really cool. So like the two of the green SRs look like alt arts look really nice, but the rest of the alt arts haven't been looking very impressive. And we've got the last three of the alt arts for the SRs being the yellow ones. The yellow ones do quite like nice. Like Bulma's looks once again very bland, but still more like you can not like there's a lot more going on with like the background and stuff, like the flash of it, especially compared with some of the other ones. The Goku's ones looks pretty sick, just like how the Cell, like in like a strong position. Like the blue very complements him as well. And then you've got Vegeta being the only one really that has anything going on with something else, where he's actually like knocking out Frieza. It's like the yellow ones aren't the winners to me, like the green ones, but like the blue and red ones look very terrible. And then we come to the SIs. Well, we did come to the SIs, but yeah, we got the alt arts. We got alt arts on the secret res as well, but we'll see in a bit. But first, we got the red reveals. So we got shown all the cards, like all the whole set got revealed on their like app and on their actually main website of the Fusion World, and it all deployed in one day. So we got all the rest of the cards. We were missing loads. We got a few reveals over the first bit with like some commons, rares, and stuff. Then we moved on to SRs very quickly, and then they moved on to the alts, the secret rares, then the alts before, and then just revealed everything in one day while doing it very slowly. Like it's weird how they're doing it. It just always seems like when Bandai are like pushing out any new game, they just act like it's their first ever game they're running. Like you think with the experience of running Masters for years, and then with their other games like Digimon and One Piece, and they're trying to learn from those and implement Fusion World into like the cultivation of those, what they've learned from those games. They still run it like a child, there's a child running it. First game, no idea what they're doing. It just seems really crazy. But for red cards, we start off with red and we go for different colours for the cards. We're not going to spend too much time on them, just go over the cards. We've got an analyzer here being a 4-cost skillless. Not that much impressive, but then mostly all the red cards have torrent power, so the new keyword. So you got some things that work with it, and you got two cards that can play off the Goku's effect, being Cocoons and Cat Hessler. Cocoons are being one that you can basically attack twice because it's got activate main one once per turn. Switches to active mode and it loses 5k power, but it can attack a few more Universe 2 cards. And it does seem like the red is going to be the Universal Survival Arcs. It's going to be covering all like the Universe cards from the Universe Power. Tournament of Power, sorry. Universe Power, Tournament of Power. With that kind of like the focus of red, which is pretty cool because it means it can cover up maybe like some of the other universes for their leaders as well. So far we just got 4 of the red leads being Goku, which is not great. That just seems a bit stupid to have it really, but hopefully we get some other characters. Like we have Beerus at least, so hopefully we'll get some other universe characters as leaders for future sets, kind of like buff like the kind of put Universe 2, Universe 6, and Universe 3, and all those other universes together to actually be complete rather than just like additions to a Universe 7 deck. Then we got Analyzer, Catapasta, which is an interesting one. With 3 cost, it's got an effect when triggers when played, when attacking, or when killed, where you're allowed to choose up from one of your opponent's battle cards and minus 5k. It's not too bad, and these are all 10k as well, which is pretty good combo power. And then we've got some other ones. So we've got some more. Got this Universe 4 and Universe 6. We've got Ganos, which is quite an interesting one. No combat power, so dead in hand for comboing. But it's not the greatest power at 20k free cost, but it's got a really interesting permanent, which is when this card gets 25k power while it's in battle with an opponent's battle card. So if you're attacking it with a battle card, it gains 25k power, goes like Broly 8-drop stats. So it's gonna be hard to attack over with by battle, but you can always minus it, remove it by other ways, or attack to a leader and it won't get that boost. Then we got Never Skillless and Kefla, a 3-cost Gleefla, a 3-cost Skillless, and we got Never Khalifa here being a very good 2-cost. It's a really interesting one because it's a 2-cost 20k, so it threatens weakened leaders. It's still got 5k combo, but it's also really good skills, and it's got critical, so when it does damage, it denies your opponent from taking a life to hand, it goes to drop instead. And on play, where when you play it, you can add some card of your land of life to your hand. So it's a self-awakener, that can then start pushing crit damage and even hits Awakened Leaders at 20k crit, which is a very good addition. Like, that's a very nice one for Beerus. That's gonna be a very good one for Beerus, and then basically any of the red leaders. A very good card for a rare as well. Very, very nice. Then you got some more universe cards. We've got Quitella. So this is one of the ones that won't be able to play off of Goku because it's not tournament. Like, the gods don't have tournament power, but the fighters for their universes do. And this one's just a simple when on play, choose a 20 opponent's battle cards with 5k 25k power or less and kill it. So this is kind of different to the can't remember what the name of the god is now. God for Universe 6, where when it comes down minus something by 15k, this has to pop something that has that power, so you can do something to that power and kill it. Or you can just probably like just minusing something by 15k is a lot better, just instant killing something as well. Not too bad on stats. Then we got Kawe being another 2-cost skillless. And we got Kaba being another Universe 6 card. So Universe 6 getting a lot of cards, but no leader to kind of like bring them together, which is really, really weird. So hopefully maybe set 3 will have a U6 leader to bring them together. But it's got blocker and a nice little permanent where your opponent's turn gets 5k power, so it's a better blocker defensively. Not too bad. Then we got some other cards. We got some more Kale. We got another Kale card and a pretty interesting one where it's a free cost for 5k, so a big guy for very cheap cost. But defensively, on your opponent's turn, it loses to 20k power, which makes sense because it's like being very aggressive, but then defensively, it's not going to hold up. And in Kefla being a very nice one as well. Another one that can be played off of Goku, the new Goku leader as well, which just if your leader's away, can draw a card. So like a cantrip, but on a decent body as well, which is pretty solid. Good combo power as well. Then you got Sidra here being a little 1-cost, 15k, so like a skills but no combo power. That just on play allows you to minus psych by 15k power and KO it. Well, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with 5k power or less to KO it. So lots of destruction, being quite destructive, popping things at certain power, but not having any combo power or very little, and having like skillless level power, which is cool. So not the best, but yeah, it's another card you can off. Just like more options at least. Then we got moving on to some better cards. We've got Goku here being another one, just like Kefla, pretty nice. A free cost, 25k, so skillless level stats, and has critical, so that's quite cool. So it loses a bit of combo power, but has critical. Another very nice one that had like to Beerus, or just for red in general. Very good, like you replace your skillless cards with its critical hitters like that. And you got Basil here, which is a very good card for the Tournament of Power archetype because it's one of those searches, which like it's quite nice to get because we haven't got really many. Well, I don't think any or many searches for in red for like 1-drop battle cards like we do in the other colors. But it's like an on-play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, roll up to any non-Basil card with a cost 4 or less to power and its special traits, add it to your hand and place the rest of the bottom of your deck in a random order. So it can search it itself, which is fair enough. Like the rest can, well, I don't know if the rest can actually. So like I think most of them can, but can search for yourself. Well, I don't think all of them can as well, no, because yeah, Dr. Dro can't do it, or go after looking for Zamasu or Coco Black. So yeah, makes sense. Like some of them can look for this, some of them can, but it gets to add a lot, like any of the SRs for Tournament of Power as well, and a lot of good Tournament of Power cards. So it adds a nice bit of consistency. To find the cards you want to free play off, well, cheat out off of the Goku League, which is pretty cool. And it's been like Tournament Power itself means it's like a non-Tournament Power card, which can benefit from everyone's. And then you've got Pepperoni here. Be interesting one at 1 cost, and with an activate main effect, which you once per turn by paying free energy, you can look top 7 cards of your deck and play it to one analyzer with 30k power or less, and place it the rest of the bottom of your deck in a random order. So if you want to play that skillless analyzer 4 cost, you can kind of play it out cheaper. Using this, just basically have it on the board. You can do it on the same turn, just basically grab like on turn 4, play it, pay to free, and potentially play analyzer for top 7 cards of your deck, which helps you like filter through. Or you can just have this from like turn 1 or the second turn, play it down, and then you're trying to cheat out a 40k, 4 cost 30k track from top of your deck. It's pretty nice. Not that we probably need more targets for it, but it's not too bad. It's a nice little combo you potentially have. Then we all got some more good cards for Tournament of Power in Universe 7. We got a Piccolo being a never cantrip, so red getting a second cantrip in Universe 7 as well, being like Piccolo. So just simply play on and play draw 1. But very nice Frieza here, which goes very well with like the kind of like U7 deck being very aggressive, being a 1 cost 15k, so like skills all stats, but has a permanent where during your turn, if your leader's awakened, this card gets 5k power. So that TN most people will use to run in the deck, being a 1 cost 15k that went the Universe 7 Goku leader, again it being a 20k attacker for 1 on your turn. Frieza become a 25k attacker in that deck for 1, or even just in any other deck. Just being a 20k for 1 on your offensively is really nice. And then we've got a Vegeta being like a probably not as great copy of the Gohan, being the same stats as Gohan for set 1, where the one that comes down and minuses everything on your opponent's board by 10k, but it's got the same kind of thing stats, except it's got a bit more combo power. But as on players choose all your opponent's battle cards with 5k power or less to KO them, so you get to wipe out things. But then Gohan's going to kind of do the same thing as that. So Gohan's probably better than this, but it's not a total power card. But then has 5k less power or combo power anyway. Then we come to the last cards of red, because we're going over the cards we haven't already seen previously in the upcoming weeks. So everything got revealed, but I'm not going over the same cards we've already seen. So we got the last battle card being Ribrian, being our second double striker in red, and on a 4 cost, so the cheapest double striker in the game. Not as great power at 20k, but it's still one that could be cheated in by the new TPU Goku, being able to pay 1, discard a card to play out for your fan for basically just cheat out from your hand. And that's all we've got, just double strike, 10k combo power, so it's pretty decent on the combo, and you can basically just cheat out double striker a bit quicker, which is quite nice. Then we've got 2 other extra cards in red, being Saved by the Barrier being a 1-drop, and Clash of the Strongest being a 2 cost. So the 1-drop Saved by the Barrier is a battle trick that has the Android Universe 7 and power traits, so you can kind of find them from searches. And it's a defensive one because it's in your opponent's turn, where it allows you to give 20k power to either your leader or a battle card. And then if the chosen card is a battle card, though, it can't be KO'd in battle for the turn. So you can make it so you can defend something, one of your battle cards, to keep it around if you want to really keep it around. And then basically make it so it can't be KO'd by battle for the rest of the turn, which could be very handy in certain matchups. So it's quite nice. And in Clash of Strongest is a new 2-cost extra card, which Activate Main allows you to choose all your battle cards with the TOP special trait and give it 10k power for turn. So if you can spam out a board of TOP cards, then you can use this to give them an all 10k boost for the turn, which could be very, very nice, especially since the Goku can every turn, once per turn, just basically discard a card and for 1 play out any 20k or less power power card, which is very nice. So those are red cards. Very nice. Very good cards for TOP. Like red getting a big boost from set 2. And now let's have a look at the blue cards. So start off with the blue cards. We've got these 3. So we got a few more cards. So we got this Kibito, which is one that needs to be KO'd. Where you look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Reveal 1 extra card and that's your hand and place the rest of the bottom of your deck. But it's only 1 KO'd. But then it's not got the best stats. It's only 15k for 2 costs. Meaning once your opponent awakens, is no longer threatening anything. We've got Secret Sandman being a never skillless, which skillless cards could be a nice little benefit when we see a never card in blue later on. And we got some more Goku Black cards. So we got a new Goku Black, 3 cost 20k, 10k combo, which is quite nice. With 1 attacking, look at the top 3 cards of your deck and play up to 1 Zamasu with a cost of 1 and place the rest of the bottom of your deck in a random order. So this is quite nice, being able to just flip from the top 3, free play out as Zamasu with a cost of 1. Which is quite cool. You can get some more Zamasu set up so you can start cheating out more Goku Blacks quickly, so making Goku Black a little bit better of a deck. But the only problem is, if you don't hit anything, you kind of just shuffle 3 cards you might want to the bottom of your deck, but it allows you to cycle through a bit quicker, which is quite cool. So nice little addition, plus more Goku Black cards means more options as well, considering we've only got very limited ones for set 1, so having more options for set 2 is quite nice. And then going on to the next lot, we've got Gotenks. So this is a one that allows you to activate main, return this back to your hand, and if your leader is a Vegeta, so more of the side of Vegeta's support, you get to play up to 1 Gotenks with a cost 4 less from your hand in rest mode. So you get to cheat out a higher costing Gotenks, which is quite cool. So you can play this out, swing with it, use it to main as long as you're playing Vegeta, bounce back to hand, free play out a Gotenks with energy cost 4 from your hand in rest mode. And then that's not the only real type we've got, is the one that adds back a Goten and Gotenks. Well, there are Goten and Trunks when you drop back to your hand, which is quite nice if you've got 7 or less cards in your hand. So that's quite cool. Cheat out a little bit turn earlier after getting these 20k swings, pretty cool. Then we got some more Zamasu cards. So we got Never Zamasu 1-drop that can be found with the 3 we get from the main first set with that new Goku Black. Has a nice little permanent where if you have a Goku Black battle card in play, it can be KO'd. So it's quite nice if you play off that Goku Black. It's nice when it comes out. It can be KO'd. And then, but you also have a nice on play, which is look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Reveal up to 1 Goku Black and add to your hand and place the rest of the bottom of your deck in a random order. Now this is a Goku Black this is a master which you probably had from set 1, because it adds a nice little bit of consistency rather than getting these really terrible skill loss cards, which were not useful. So it's a nice one to add that consistency, find your Goku Black, especially looking for find your 6-drop as well, which is very, very handy, especially since you want some masses on your board so you can bottom deck and find Goku Blacks. This could be very useful doing that. And in a new Fuse Zamasu. Now I can't remember if the leader needs to bottom deck just as a card with Zamasu its name, or a card that's just Zamasu to the bottom of the deck to do it. So I don't know if these Zamasu Fuse will help. But it's a nice little 1 of 5 cost for 30k. But the annoying thing, it's got one KO'd, but there's no real way to KO it yourself. But if it is KO'd and you've got 7 for your cards in your hand, you can play up to 1 Fuse Zamasu, which costs 7 for your hand for free, which is pretty nice. But you might be thinking, what target is it? Well, here's the target, plus some other Goku cards as well. And it's quite interesting, it's a 40k 6 cost Zamasu, so got critical as well, so that's going to be hitting, that's probably going to be something your opponent's going to want to combat, take a lot to combat out of, otherwise they're losing life. But as an effect that kind of works quite nice, where if you're on the back foot, where all towards turn, when your opponent plays a battle card, if your life's at 1, choose all your opponent's battle cards, return their owner's hand. So a nice little bit of defense if they want to play a big thing where you're 1 life. But then it's if you're at 1 life and you haven't cleared that board, then you could be in trouble if they got a swing with the lead. Probably go all in with the lead swing when you're at 1, trying to go all in with that. So it might not be the best card, but it could be good in some situations depending. And then we got some Gokus. We got a skillless Goku here, 1 cost skillless, not too bad. And then we got a 4 cost 30k Goku, no combo power though, but as an interesting effect where activate main, you discard 3 cards with Saiyan and the special traits in your hand, which is a lot in blue. Then you get switch to card in active mode and it gains 25k power for the turn. So you get to get a 30k swing out of this, so play it, swing 30k. That's pretty nice on any 20k leader. It means a super combo or plus more, just to out combo it as cheap as possible. And then just get to go discard 3 cards with Saiyan trait. They could be dead cards, like extra cards that are dead. You've got things like Fun Hope Slash, like there are extra cards that have traits now in this game, so you can always ditch dead cards in your hand that are extra cards that you can't really play, and then give this a power boost, switch to active mode, and get another big swing in. So that's quite nice. Like blue having a few cards now that can switch back to active mode and switch swing again, to having like dual attack with Hatchet and skill dual attack. Then we have some other blue ones. We got another Goten, so 1 cost 5k, but with it on play, if you get to choose one of your opponent's battle cards, which costs 2 or less, return his owner's hand. So you get the best basically play it to bounce something back, but it's these are 10k, so it adds to more 1 cost cards that have 10k combo for blue. You got another skillless in Trunks feature here, being a 2 cost skillless, and it's another target for the Benji target for that time machine card, but then there's no way to really put this on the bottom of your deck. And then you got this Videl here, which is a very good one to kind of go in with a nice skillless strategy with blue. So already, I think if we've seen that there's a good skillless strategy in red with the Star Deck Goku, you kind of got one here with blue as well now with Videl, because she is once again another 1 drop that has 10k combo, but very weak power, but very nice effect, where activate main once per turn. For 1 energy, if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, you can free play up to 1 skillless battle card with a cost of 3 from your hand. So play out this 3 cost skillless. Remember, 3 cost skillless are like have 25k power, and be able to put that in for 1 at 3 when it normally costs 3 is pretty nice to spam those out. And there's a fair few when we got whatever one we had at the beginning, and we got some other ones from the main set as well. So you've got some good targets for this to have a kind of skillless strategy with blue. She doesn't have to switch to active mode, so she doesn't put herself in fire range like some ones like the Ginyu 1-drop do, that put her in a way just to be attacked and then taken out. But it's pretty nice to have this to kind of cheat out, and also it's another card that Pilaf can grab back to kind of make use of if she does get removed or KO'd. You got some other cards here, so you got like Beerus here being a nice free cost, where when attacking you can KO one of your battle cards, so a nice way to kind of trigger Kibito if you want it, so ways to trigger Kibito and Zamasu and stuff. And if you do, you get to choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards and return it to his owner's hand. So a nice bit of removal. Not great removal because you put it back in the hand, but still removal nonetheless. And there's a way to trigger one of your cards that might have a 1 KO effect, which is cool. Then you got Bulma here and more support for Vegeta because it's on players if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand. You can choose it to one of your Vegeta cards that gets 10k power for the turn. So imagine your lead to be able to boost itself up, or if you have 8 cards in your hand, you can just play out Bulma. Reduces down to 7, give it a 10k boost, then use Vegeta's lead to give it another 15k boost, so making it 45k. And if you can bounce back to hand for something, you can, or like Final Hope Slash, bounce swinging, bounce that back, make use of this, which could be very nice. And then you've got, it works for any Vegeta as well, just choose it one of your Vegeta cards. It could be a battle card, leader, very nice card, and then there are skillless in Vegeta. Then we got some more Vegeta cards. We got more ones that are quite powerful but lack combo power, so yeah, not the best, but pretty nice ones you can like cheat out of Goku Black and stuff as well. Both 30k, and the first one is got 2 skills on play. Play up to 1 Bulma with a cost of 1 for your hands. So it could be the Bulma that reduces the cost of extras, or the Bowman that gives a boost to Vegeta cards, which is quite nice. And you got the activate main here, what was per turn. If you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, this card and your leader get 5k power for the turn. So it could be any leader, doesn't have to be the Vegeta leader. Any leader you got, just a few cards left in your hand, just go give it 5k power, and also leave 5k power as well, which would be very nice to deal with leaders, especially that have 25 power instead of 20k base when they're awakened, or just powering up to get more, take more cards that your opponent's hand to defend as well. Then we got the other one, which is when attacking, if your leader is Trunks Future, so kind of some Trunks Future support with this Vegeta. You get a look at the bottom card of your deck, play it to 1 blue battle card with 2 cards, whoever costs 2 or less, and place the rest at the bottom of the deck. So once again, another way, like Time Machine, to kind of bring that Trunks at bottom depth himself back out, which is quite nice, especially since you get to swing with this. Well, after you swung with the Trunks from the turn before and it's on the bottom of the deck, play this out, swing with it, play out the Trunks back out, so you can get 2 30k swings for 4 energy, which is quite nice. So, and then we got Never Mind here, so New My Future. Once again, it follows in the suit of like Earthlings, which have 1 cost and 10k combo. And on play, allow you to choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, reduce the cost of it right for the turn. So you can reduce the cost of something to maybe if you want to hit something with something, like bottom deck things that are normally out of the range, you can use it. Like Blue's slowly starting to get a new kind of like identity where they can reduce the cost of things to meet the requirements to hit certain things, because Blue's one of those colors like Blue's one of those colors where it can only target certain cards at certain levels, so having the effects to reduce the the cost of something makes it so you can put something in range so you can take it out. Then we've got some extra cards for Blue, so we got a fair few blue extra cards just like we got in the first set. So we got some Masu like cards, we got some Masu Giga Black ones that all have like traits of Supreme Power and Patara as well, some more Patara targets for that Shin we saw, that Shin Searcher, and even Fusion of Evil Power having Saiyan as well. So the first one being Battle Trick, where if you have some massive fuse battle cards, you could choose your leader up to 1 of your battle cards and give it 30k power for the battle. So a huge boost for 2 energy at 30k power, and even reduced to 1 with that Bulma as well. But only works if you have some massive fuse battle card. So you need to have that specific battle card, which is currently, I think, 3. There's the SR, that 5-drop, and then the 6-drop. So they're quite costly to get them out, but at least one, the SR allows you as that effect where if it's KO'd, you can bring it back. And you got another one that's also kind of a battle trick, and also that main as well, being Blades of Judgment. 1 cost like Color Searcher, where you look at top 5 of those cards in your deck, reveal up to 1 card with Supreme Kai in your special traits, and add to your hand, then bottom deck the rest in a random order. It's pretty nice. Then Fusion of Evil, being activate main, place 1 Goku Black and 1 Zamasu at the bottom card from your hand, or a battle area at the bottom of your deck. Draw 2, and then play it to 1 Zamasu fuse with a cost of 4 from your hand. So you have to have a high reliance on Goku Black and Zamasu for this, because you have to put at least 1 of each back from either your hand or battle area to the bottom of your deck. And I think it's either or, not from hand and or battle area. It's either or, and you get basically replace them back with draw 2, so you get to replace the card you put back to your hand, and then cheat out. So it's allowing you to cheat out a card from your hand, but then allowed to like fix 2 cards back to the bottom of your deck to draw 2 new cards that you might not want. Well, you might want, which is pretty cool. Interesting card, but need to see, like, do a bit of testing to see how good it could be. And then the last 2 extra cards we got in blue have been Awaken the Super Saiyan Rose and Absolute Lightning. So more cards we got. So Awakening to Super Saiyan Rose is an activate main where you get to choose all cards with Earthling and their special traits in the battle areas and return to their owner's hands. Then if you return 3 or more cards, you get the draw 2. So this allows you to choose all Earthlings, both yours and your opponents, with special traits in the battle areas, because it's just yours and your opponents, and then return to owner's hand, so bounce back all the Earthlings. And if you return at least 3 or more cards, you get a draw 2. So hopefully you've played out some of the cantrips. So you got the cantrip of like the Trunks and Pilaf and stuff, which are Earthling cards. So you can play those out. So you can play out like 3 Pilafs to then grab 3 cards from your hand, and then play this out if you've got the energy for it, or like cantrips you had from the previous turn. That's them all back to your hand so you can use them again, and then draw an extra 2 cards as well, while also clearing potentially any Earthlings your opponent has on their board, which is quite nice. Then you got Absolute Lightning, which is a nice way to deal with anything on the board. So Blue's finally got like a way to kind of deal with things like Broly. Whereas that main, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards and bottom deck it. So 3 energy to just bottom deck your opponent's Broly, get out of the way, where normally you couldn't really touch it. It's really, really nice to have for Blue. So that's all blue cards. Now I'll move on to the green cards. So start off some cards like didn't really expect to have. So we got Kami here. So Kami with an on play where you get choose one of your opponent's battle cards with a energy cost of 1 and kill it. So some removal, not amazing. Like all you really doing is taking out like cantrips and stuff. It's not much that's important, and you rather focus on like ramp or actually doing something relevant with your energy in green. You got Corrin, which allows you to reduce the cost of extras with Corrin Tower special traits in your hand by 1 green and 1 energy. So reduce it by 2, but at least 1 specific green. And there is only one extra card with Corrin's Tower, which is Senzu Bean. And remember, Senzu Bean is a 2 cost extra, which either you pay an additional 3 to heal 1 life. So with this on board, you can just play the extra card for free, but paying 3 energy to heal you. So heal yourself for 3 energy, or you can for free when this is on board just to give one of your cards a 5k boost for the turn. So if you got this out, you can effectively use Beam to give yourself a 5k boost for the turn to help against aggro decks, which is very nice. But then you have to have Corrin out, which is then an easy target for most removal in all colors. Then you got Hercule's gang, being Karoni, Pisa, and Pirasaki. I don't know how many of his names, but it's just one cost blocker. Not too bad. Then we've got some Android support. So we've got Krillin being a nice support for androids because he does end up being with Android 18 and trying to help them out, even though they're not greatest in the beginning. But as a searcher similar to Ginyu, where it's a 2 cost 20k with no combo power, but on play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Reveal up to 1 Android 18 or 1 extra card now to your hand and place the rest of the bottom of your deck in all random order. So very nice for support for androids, being another way to kind of look at the top cards of your deck to try and find your fill card. Also, another way to find your 18s, and you've got a lot of good 18 cards. You've got a fair few of them. You've got the SR, that's both 18 and 17, so search that because it's got 18 in its name. So a very nice searcher for that, especially since if it was just 18, it wouldn't be great because it's 18 or 1 extra. Means you're going to have a load of targets for this. It's not a very good addition. And then you've got Android 17 being a better target than the free cost skillless because it's got the same stats as the skillless, but it has critical. So another one which can be added to the Android deck for more and like a higher Android count, but also have better is a lot basically always better than the Android because even though you got a 5k Yas combo, at least comes down to skill and critical rather than just being a skillless. So more options to run the 4 cost 18 that can play out in it 17 from your drop, having better targets for that. And then we have a skillless Android 18 being a never better target than, well, just never good Android 18 target really. Then we have some other Androids. We've got never Android 19 and never Android 20. So Android 19 just being a skillless, nothing great about that. But we got Android 20 being an interesting one where it's a free cost 20k. But it's got a nice little activate main where you discard 1 card from your hand and KO itself. To choose one of your Android 17 cards, which is active mode. So that can be any card with Android 17 in its name, being that skillless one we just, well no, not skillless one, the one with critical we just saw just now, the one that can be the 4 cost one that can be played out to like basically free play out in Android 18 from your drop. That's 3 or less. It could be your leader as well because your leader is Android 17 because it just says cards, or it could be the double striker as well. So very good targets for this. Just a bit costly at 3 cost, but this KO and stuff. But at least you could swing with it first to get a hit in at 20k, which is decent. Unlike the other one that plays the fill card out. So it can at least get a hit in, then KO itself, also discarding a dead card from your hand or an Android to have for the fill card, and then allow one of your Android 17s to be restood, switch again to active mode and attack. Then we got some Cell cards. I was interested with the Cell cards because Cell seems to have a whole kind of gimmick in this game where it ramps using Earthlings and also can ramp your opponent as well. So this one is a 2 cost with Android main once per turn. You place 1 card with Earthling special traits from your energy in the drop, and give him a 15k boost for the turn. So kind of same thing with how Cell does in this form, and that basically absorbs Earthlings to improve, power himself up. But he does it from cycle of energy, so another way to kind of make it so your energy goes down for your leader to then get a free ramp, which is quite cool. And we got some Never cards, so Never Cell, and this one's just a very free cost skillless one, so nothing special, just a Never free cost skillless Android. We haven't got the Cell up because we've already seen the Cell, so SR Cell at least. And we got some more Goku and Gohan ones. So Goku being another ramp card, mainly for Cell. For the Gohan, but that's an odd one because it's a free cost. Like most of the ramp cards all have a cost of 3, like a specified cost of 3 green and a free cost at least. And yes, Goku, not greatest on power, but naturally main once per turn. If your leader is the Gohan leader, you can choose one of your opponent's battle cards with a cost of 5 or less, add it to his owner's energy, and then add this card to his owner's energy in rest mode. So you get to get rid of something off the board, but you have to ramp, but it ramps your opponent's energy, so you can like get rid of your own opponent's 5 costs or less, but you're giving it to his energy, so you're getting off the board, but you're increasing the energy so you can play more things, but also ramping yourself as well. So it's a really weird one, but it's a nice way to remove things without KOing it, so rather than have to get it back or go back to hand, it's into energy. So it's out the way at least, but you're at least ramping yourself, but you're also ramping your opponent, which is an odd one. And we got Gohan here being a very interesting one, where it's a once again one of those 2 costs that has stats that allow to attack leaders that awaken, but no combat power. But it's on play, allow you to place one of your energy in your drop, but then you can add one top part of your deck to your energy. So you can play it, sack off one of your energy, but then ramp it, so you can kind of, this is pseudo 1 cost, but not the greatest unless you're but then you can always play us out, sack off a card, and be able to ramp it back or something. I'm not sure, but it doesn't seem that amazing. But it's a never card. Then we have our more green cards. Then we got a Chi-Chi one, like a searcher for Goku and Gohan. It's one of those ones that top 5 search, but it specifically looks for a Goku, Son Goku or Son Gohan childhood. At your hand, bottom deck the rest. So search for specifically Goku and Gohan cards, which is interesting. You got the Trunks here, which is a 4 cost 40k, so a huge boy for 4 cost. But and in your turn, you got a sack off on your energy and drops. It could be very well for the Cell to kind of keep your energy down, so you can kind of ramp. But then, or if you get like way too much energy, you don't really care too much. If you're at high enough energy, you do not care about it. But allows you potentially, if you get 8 energy, play out 2 of these, swing, sack off 2 energy in a turn. Might not be too bad since you got 40ks. At least with these ones, it doesn't have a restriction like the other Trunks where it has to attack battle cards. It's good to attack leaders and could be good to finish off. And you got Piccolo here being a 3 cost one where another card that ramp, once again, like ramp cards, they also, well, the cards that can ramp all cost at least 3 and have 3 specified green. But this one has an on play where you can choose one of your Kami battle cards, that's your energy and rest mode. So if you got a Kami out from early in the game, you can ramp that straight to your energy. You have to like basically survive there for at least a turn before you can Piccolo it. It's an interesting way to ramp. Maybe like we get Piccolo, like we get like a Namekian deck in future that is ramp as well. That ramps some Namekians. That'd be interesting. Then we got some more cards here, being some really nice ones as well. So you got a Bulma, which adds why not, doesn't plus you, can help like filter your deck quicker to find things you're after, which is really cool. So like is one that probably every color would hope to get, which is actually main once per turn. You can discard any one card from your hand and draw a card. So you can ditch out a deck card in your hand and just draw a brand new card, which could help when you start doing those destructive strengths very late, like late in the game, which are not useful. Be able to sack them off to draw a new card and have it there as a ramp target, things like turtles and stuff. It's quite cool. And also more good Earthlings for the Cell cards. And then you've got the you got Broly here, being a 7-drop 40k. Interesting for me, where once per turn, if your leader is Broly, you can choose one of your battle cards, one of your opponent's battle cards, add them to their energy in rest mode. So with the Broly, so this only works for the Broly leader, but being a big card, that allows you to ramp, and also allows you to ramp one of your opponent's cards, like it's removal, but you're ramping your opponent. So in the mirror in green, it's not going to be great because you can give more energy so they can play more of their big things, but you're at least removing things off board, but you're giving your opponent more energy to do more things. So it's interesting. Could be quite cool. At least has combat power, which is quite nice, but a very high costing, but it's still ways to remove, and also you have to choose both one of your card on your opponent's board and one on your board. So if you don't have anything in your board, you can't do it. So on its own, it's not great, but if you've got something from the previous turn that you can attack with or something cheap that you don't really care about, you can always have it as an extra form of removal. And you got Vegeta here being another skillless free cost. So moving on to more green, we've got then some, before we go on to the extra cards, we've got Hercule, so another Hercule card. Interesting one, on play if you have 6 more energy, and it's 2 cards with costs of 1 or less, and Earthling and their special traits in your drop to your hand. So you can get back some of your, what's it called? Or like Earthling or less as well. So I can't remember what cards have Earthling in, because I think, I don't think there are free play extras either. So you can get back, because there's 2 cards, so you can get back your gigantic meteor, I think. So that's quite cool. Be able to, if you have 6 or more energy, add up to 2 cards with energy cost of 1 or less, and everything in there is... No, it doesn't have Earthling. I say, and I can't even think of ones. Any 1-drops that might have Earthling as such a traits, but that's it's like you potentially get something. I think there is something there you can get. Not sure what though. But yeah, at least you can get back those 1-drop Gohons as well, because he's Earthling, so you can get 2 of those back, which are quite cool. Or you can basically just get some 2 Hercules. The other one, that's quite cool. And you got Yamcha here, be interesting. Whereas like one, so like almost reminiscent of what we've had in games before, with Masters, with can't remember what their name was. Their kind of name was, but they had like bar cards that you once they're in rest mode, your opponent can't attack anything. So you got Yamcha here being permanent. If you got 6 or more energy and this card's in rest mode, your opponent can only attack Yamcha battle cards. So kind of protecting all your cards, your leader, even your leader's battle cards, everything else, from being attacked by having an attack Yamcha. So if you can defend Yamcha, you can kind of hold things off. But if they KO it, it's gone. Like there's different ways to remove it, but it means they can't at least attack anything while he's on board. Then you got some extra cards here. So you got Awakening to Perfect Form, an extra card for Cell, mainly for Cell because it's a 7 cost. Activate main. Place 1 Cell with energy with a cost of 3 or free from your energy or battle area in your drop. Then play up to 1 Cell with a cost of 8 from your hand for free. So you can cheat out Cell a little bit earlier for 7, but you have to sack off one of your Cell cards, but it could be from your energy or battle area. So different ways to do it, but a nice way to kind of cheat out the 8 drop a little bit, get that out a little earlier. Then you want everyone's as well, being some interesting ones. So we've got Tragedy in Ginger Town, being another card for ramp, and once again, like we said, the ramp cards always have 3 specified costs and at least cost 3 at the minimum. So that's a nice way to like manage a ramp by making them a certain costing minimum to use. And for this one, it's activate main, where if your leader is Cell, so War for Cell, choose any number of your battle cards of Earthling, the special traits, and to your energy in rest mode. So this is quite cool. So the more Earthlings you use, if you use that Gohan searcher to kind of like search for cards, like it doesn't help with the Android side of it, but there are no 1-drops, so just like cheap costing Android cards, Earthling cards. You can potentially go turn 1, play a 1 cost, turn 2, play 2 more 1 cost, and turn 3, use this to then ramp 3 cards to your energy straight away. So you can get some really quick ramp with Cell, which is quite cool. It does rely on like a whole Earthling thing, but you can potentially just ramp up, especially with Chi-Chi as well, be able to find your Goku and Gohan cards, like added more 1 cost to help find some things. You got some good Goku and Chi-Chi cards, like the what's it called? You got some good Gohan, like any cost in Goku or Gohan cards, which could be quite useful. Get those to ramp up, so it's a very good ramp. Probably even potentially better ramp in Cell, like quicker ramp with this, which is quite interesting. So that's a cool new card to have, like a cool ramp card for Cell. Does have a nice focus on Earthlings though, compared to Androids. Then you got a fill card for Cell as well. So Android leaders in green form the same kind of thing, where they have a fill card for that lead to get the ramp on, which is Cell against Rima, so a bit more costly at 4 and 3 compared to Android their thing. But then it's probably a little bit better because it costs 1 more. They can be used straight away, whereas the other Android needs at least, if you play it as early as turn 3, when you have free energy, you can't really use it same turn. But this one's activate main switch to rest mode, and if your leader Cell, you look at the top card of your deck, you can either add it to your hand or add it to your energy and rest mode. So you can either ramp a card and rest to your from the top of your deck, or just add the card to your hand. So if you don't need the ramp yet, or didn't need to get more energy because you're not going to be use that energy straight away. But if you don't feel like ramping, you just want to add more cards, more options, draw more cards, or the card you want to your hand, you can just add it. So that's a great way, like a really good card for Cell. It's just one of those things where you have to see it to kind of get it out, but then you can always, if you see another version of it from the top of your deck, you can go right straight to the ramp. And then we've got Earth Destroying Blow being a battle card, or activate battle card, which is a 2-cost battle trick, which I think, no, I don't think all colors. Yeah, I think all colors are kind of getting a battle trick like this, like a more expensive battle trick, but very good one. And this one's give 25k power to one of your leaders or battle cards. And if you have 6 or more energy, you can look at the top card of your deck and either add it to your hand or put it or charge it to your energy and rest mode. So a very nice card, very very cool. Yeah, big boost, and then able to just basically just look at top card, either get more combo power by adding a top card of your deck to your hand if you can combo with it, which is very very good, or just ramping as well while defending, or when attacking as well, which is quite cool. So very nice cards. Like green getting some very nice cards. It's so actually getting like seeing in the rares and uncommons the benefits for Cell means you can see if there's any benefits of using it to ever green decks or not. So not seeing these early, where like, it just doesn't help with trying to see which one's better, like if it's actually usable. Like how they've done reveals for this set is just been very terrible by Bandai. Then we move on to yellow. So we've seen all the green cards, and we move on to yellow, and yellow probably got like the didn't get as great a stuff as the other colors. All the other colors got some really nice stuff for their decks, whereas yellow didn't get anything that just not as great as the other colors in my opinion for this. So we got some Whis cards. So we got the first one being a 4-cost 25k, which is blocker. With nice little activate battle once per turn, but paying when you can switch this card to active mode. Now this can be good when it combined with the Go Vegeta, because you've got a way to kind of block with it. Then activate battle to switch back to active mode to block again if you can survive that attack, which is quite cool. And you got the Everwease here being a nice one where just at the end of your turn, well, a bit more costly at 5 cost, but 35k power. But then at the end of your turn, choose up to one of your rest mode battle cards and switch to active mode, so you can kind of restand things. So it adds more with like more things like this. We're getting like we have the same thing in Banana, and now we have but more specific in being Frieza Army, which is just any battle card switch to active mode. So you can get more use out of Frieza by having this switch to active mode by Frieza, and then this and something else be switched back to active mode by Frieza, and this, which another one which could be very handy. And then a Roshi being never skillless. Then we got some member supports. We got some more Ginyu support as well. So like it seems like all the old leaders in set 1 and Sardex got a bit of support. Some got more than others, but for Ginyu it's just this being a new Ginyu card, 2 cost 15k, so not in the other range of like the other ones being 20ks. But as an interest active main, where you can switch this card to rest mode and then choose it to up to 2 of your Ginyu Force battle cards for Ginyu Force and special traits to give it 5k power for the turn. So you could give it to himself and another one to kind of like make it 20k and then use his effect to restand all the rest of your Ginyu Force. Now he's actually decent a threat by being 20k again, or you can just give it to 2 other Ginyu Force, let them attack now 25 instead of 20, which could be helpful against things like Frost. So then cards are now strong enough to still attack through, and then use lead effect to restand them to start attack with other ones as well. Could be pretty cool. So not the best, but it's nice additional support. It's just more supports and more options. Then we got Cooler being a bit of a support for Cooler as well, being a 1 cost with blocker, and has a nice little activate main where for free you can return this card to his owner's hand and then play up to 1 Cooler with cost of 4 from your hand. That's normally the SR. I think the only time for that is the SR. So you can cheat out a little bit if you can play this out turn 2 or turn 1, and it's running until turn 3. You can then use this to kind of cheat out Cooler a little turn earlier, which is quite nice. And then you've got Krillin here being when attacking, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards with cost 1 or less, which in rest mode, which isn't as relevant. Like it probably has more relevance against blue than it does against any other color, because they're like all the 1-drops they've got, but not amazing, especially for its cost to power. Then we got some ones. We got Gotenks being never skillless, 4 cost 30k. Nothing more to say about that. And then we got a new King Cold, so never target for the Mecha Frieza bring out, so never 4 cost with 25k power. So it's the same as the Star Deck one, basically having the same stats, same skill and blocker, but different effect with its additional effect being 1 blocking once per turn you switch to active mode. So a bit better than the Star Deck one, which can just like pop something 4 or less in rest mode. This actually can block twice, which is more useful as a blocker than the other one, considering you can kind of get around the other effect easily. Like this having a 1 blocking effect to restand and be able to block again is a lot better, in my opinion, than the African Gold. It's the same stats as well. Then you got Android 18, a very nice addition for yellow, being a 3 cost 20k, and has nice effect which is both on play or when attacking, where you get to choose on your opponent's battle card, switch to rest mode. So a nice way to kind of just switch 2 things to rest mode on turn it's played, and after that, every time it swings, get rest subbing, and then just more ways to kind of rest things down and attack, so you don't have to attack into your opponent's leader to help out tapping down their board, and then especially on the turns play, tap down 1 swing, so tap down never, so your leader can attack as well into things that aren't your leader. So very good addition, and nice 10k combo as well with it too. Then we got some other cards. We got Skillless Goku, the 2 cost Skillless Goku, and we got Goten here, which goes in tandem with the Trunks we've got in the same color as well, being a 2 cost 20k, so good stats to threat and weaken leaders, and on play allowing you to choose one of your Trunks Youth battle cards with cost 2 or less, switch to active mode. So you've got the Trunks Youth out, that's 2 or less, switch to active mode so you can attack again, or use whatever skill it might have. And I think we've got a Trunks Youth we're going to see that does the same thing, but for Gotenks. Goten, I don't think there's any other Trunks of Goten in the set, so just those two that like restun each other to be a bit more aggressive as well, which is quite nice. Then you got a new Gohan as well here, which is on play. Choose up to one of your opponent's rest mode battle cards, and it can switch to active mode during your opponent's next turn. So it hits any of your opponent's rest mode battle cards, so never one like the Frieza SR to lock things down in rest mode. So it goes to town with a lot of the resting stuff, but it's just on play, so it's not like the Frieza SR, which every time it attacks you can do it. But it's cheaper costing as well, and also skillless level stats as well, apart from its combo. Then you got a Tien-1 or Never card, so one of the other like kind of battle cards you can kind of make use of Vegeta's the Vegeta leaders untapped too. It's a free cost 20k, so not bad on the stats, but that battle is once per turn. You could by paying 1, you can choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards with cost of 3 or less, which is active mode. So never like kind of battle trick you can use in combat using energy. So once again, like one of the few limited cards we've got that can make use at the moment currently of the Vegeta leaders untapped 2 energy. Then you got Trunks, once again, like I said, same thing as a Goten, just does it for Goten instead, so when it played, restands a Goten 2 cost or less. So it's just those 2 targets in the set, because remember, currently you're color locked with any color, so you can't restand and never, unless we get dual color leaders, we don't really have access to the other colors, so currently they just untap each other. Then we've got Vitel being a 1 cost blocker, nothing more to say about that, just they're not the best, but they're there. Then we got Beerus here, so a free cost 20k, take a combo with critical as well, and during your turn, if you have a Whis battle card in play, which are currently the 2 high costing ones, which so you want me to get this earlier, gives extra 5k power, which is not too bad, but an option. Then you got Bulma here being a searcher for Whis, where on play you can look at top 5 cards of your deck, move up to 1 Whis out to your hand, place the rest on the bottom of your deck in random order, and it's kind of the same thing as the blue one we had in Masters, same stats as well, but then it's blue and it looks for just add instead of looking at top 5, you look for your deck to find a Whis, I think it is, and that's your hand. Then we got Vegeta being a free cost skillless as well, so more say in skillless as well. Then the last 3 of the yellow battle cards we had, we've got another Vegeta, free cost 20k, and this one's got a nice effect when attacking. If you have a rest mode, get Son Goku battle card, draw 1. And we've got some more Gokus in here. We've got the SR Goku, which is a very good one that like play down, lock something down, and swing again, lock something down. And then we've got the skillless one. I think that's the only 2 we got in there, but then you still have those. If you have the SR out, you can play this, attack, draw a card, get a bit more drawing as well. Then we got Mecha Frieza here, being a interesting one. 4 cost 25k with blocker. And affects only 1 KO'd, which you have to do by battle, but luckily you can, at least unlike some of the other cards that have 1 KO'd, you actually got blockers, so you can force to block something that's strong enough to kill it, to trigger it. And its effect is to look at the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal to 1 card with Frieza kind of special traits, and that's your hand. Then place the rest of the bottom of the deck in any order. So more like another thing that goes well with the Frieza clan to kind of bring it out blocked, but then there's no way to really cheat this out. You have to actually hardcast this, the 4 energy, and then goes well with the Frieza if you go for focus on a like pure Frieza list, but it's not amazing, but it could be useful. And then we've got the Meta Caller here, so we've got a new Meta Caller to go with the other Meta Callers you've got. And this one's just got end of your turns, which is got active mode, and it's a blocker as well. So you can potentially more like 4 more Meta Callers you can add with a Meta Caller, like a full Meta Caller build for Caller, which is cool. So that's quite interesting. And we got some extra cards. So we got 2 other extra cards. Other than that 2 cost extra cards we saw before, we've only got 2 other extra cards. So you'd think with Vegeta having an effect to untap 2 energy, you might have more battle tricks you can use. But currently, the only extra additions we got outside the ones we got in the set 1 have been this time rewound and that 2 cost one. So Vegeta not getting much use out of his energy currently, but it's one of those effects where in future you can get very good very quickly and be quite busted. But for now, we've got some extra ones like time rewound, activate battle in a battle trick, activate battle, but defensively only. So good for use for Vegeta, where you can give one of your battle cards or leaders 20k power for the battle. But then you can also choose up to one of your battle cards, switch to active mode, so you can kind of restand a blocker or something out the way of being attacked. And then we've got an Energy Blast Volley, being a 1 cost activate main, where you can choose all of your opponent's battle cards and switch to active mode. So a nice little version of like Crushable minus a draw, but you get to choose all your opponent's battle cards, rest it. and the one-drop freezer, but instead of a body and combo power, you get to choose all your opponent's battle cards and rest them. So a nice new kind of card to rest. Not sure if it will replace Freezer because it's got a body and can attack and stuff as well, and a combo power and not dead in hand, or Crushable, but then probably replace Crushable because it'll rest everything, depending if you want to just rest one and get that draw or not. Still a nice card to have. But as that is all the cards in the colors, and we got the other cards like we got the alt arts for the secret rare as well. So these, as you probably saw, hopefully saw, we got the secret rares being a Vegito for blue and a Golden Frieza for yellow, and we've got their alt arts being the Vegito here and the Frieza. So really nice looking ones until you start looking at the Vegito and see that his face is just a mouth. That's the only bad thing. Outside that, the art is amazing. Just the face they kind of like mess up on. And the Golden Frieza in his iconic pose looks pretty sick for an alt art. And then the alt art goes to Vegito, being a very like white looking, like a ghost rare if you play like Yu-Gi-Oh kind of thing. Like looks not too bad, but the normal alt art looks better. But then this is the alt art, so if you get this, it's potential money. So those are the leader alt arts. Nothing more to say about them because it's not too much to go over, and we'll have a look at some more cards as well. So let's have a look and see what we got for the alt print. Because remember, we got reprint alts as well. So we got we had alt arts for just the same amount of alt arts we've got in the first set, but for this one we've got alt arts in. I think we had no, we might have a less. What is it? No, yeah, because we had more. We had 4 extra alt arts in the first set, which were the leaders. So we had the same amount of alt arts in the second set as the first set, but then 4 of them we had more leaders in the first set. So where we've got 4 less leaders in this one, we've got 4 reprint alt arts. And Bandai decided to go and give the some battle tricks some ever cards, some alt art reprints. So first 2 we've got for the one for red and for blue, we've got these 2, and they look quite nice. So we get for red, we get the Kamehameha in the starter deck, being its alt art reprint, looking really nice in the alt art. So a really nice chaser one as well, one you can potentially pull from a box. And then for blue, we got Final Hope Slash. So pretty cool. We've gone for some Kamehameha is the most used, but a very nice looking art for it. And then Final Hope Slash is one that's used quite often in blue for being very aggressive and loop things, especially Pilaf loop. So I call one. And then we've got ones for the other colours as well. So for the other colours, for green and for yellow, we've got Gigantic Meteor and Death Ball. Now the only weird thing is that 3 of these are the battle trick from the starter deck, but for some reason, instead of going for Gallic Gun for blue and making them all for the different alt art reprints of the battle tricks in the starter decks, they decided to instead do Final Hope Slash for blue instead. It wouldn't make sense for Vegeta to be a Gallic Gun with Vegeta, since there's it sticks with the whole all of them are starter deck reprints and all on the same theme of popular characters. Because they went Final Hope Slash, which is a weird one because they're all, apart from that one, actually battles that are just an E-player's turn, whereas Final Hope Slash is an aggressive one. It just seems weird how they do that, but then it's Bandai again. Bandai seems to not know what they're doing, but just doing what they feel like. So looks really nice. So Gigantic Meteor is going to be a nice one to add to green decks. I want to pimp out the maximum out the 4 on the deck, whereas Death Ball is a very nice one as well to have too. So Gigantic Meteor is going to be more the more chaser out of them, because once again, it's Broly is a very popular character. It's one that's used in every green deck really. Final Hope Slash probably going to be a second one because probably Kamehameha is going to be the next second one because Goku is one the popular characters in the game, the lead character of the series. Probably Final Hope Slash for usability as well, and then Death Ball probably the least one because it's not as used as much, but then it's just Frieza's more driving it as well. So it's quite nice to look, see. And then we've got the release promo as well. So with we don't really have a pre-release because there's I think they've got a difference between pre-release and release, because pre-release normally with the star decks and stuff, but then there's a release event as well. So for the technically the pre-release promo for set 2 is a Golden Adolescence. So we got the normal version of it and the winner's version of it. So it probably wouldn't go for as much as the Goku one because it's not as a popular character. But still, unlike the Goku, it's going to be more of a playable card as well because it's going to be very good with the new Red Goku leader, the SSG Goku. It's a nice little permanent where during your turn, if your leader's awakened, it gets extra 20k power, and maybe you could cheat this out for 1 in the SSG Goku. So you can bring out 40k for 1 energy and discard a card, which is very, very nice. And yeah, just a very good card, especially in any red league, if you just want to swing for a big card and you're on at 1 life, this is going to be a very nice one to have. Lack of combo power, being 5k, but then it makes sense with such a great effect. It's decent stats and traits as well. Not only that, you also get some, like with the first set, not only do you get a pre-release leader to have as well and potentially compete to try and get a winner pre-release leader, you also get a new champion pack as well. But unlike the first one that had 5 cards because it added an additional red extra, this one's only got 4. So for the second of the promo pack cards, we've got is a red one being Piccolo, being a 25k with a when attacking. Choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards. It gets minus 20k power for the turn. So that's not too bad. When attacking as well, it's a never taught power card, but it's not going to be one you can really cheat out of any effects. It's too high power for the Goku lead, and it's too high costing for Kefla to cheat out. But it's not too bad of a card. Just one attacking minus over 20k. It's basically like the Krillin, but costs a little bit more, but has better power. Then you have Vegito here, being a free cost 20k. That has 1 attacking. If you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, you can choose 1 battle card with a cost of 2 unless inflicted in his hand. So you can bounce, like, it's more bouncing back, but very limited cost, so not the best, but never card. And then for the other colors, we have Cell. So we have Cell here being on play. Choose it to 1 battle card with Earthling and special traits and a cost of 4 or less, and add it to your owner's energy and rest. So you can either bounce, basically ramp your own card that's an Earthling, as 4 or less, or your opponents. You can either remove something on your opponent's board and then give them a ramp, or ramp your own when it's played, which is quite cool. Once again, like I said, all ramp cards have a minimum cost of 3 and 3 specific cost. We have Bulma here being the yellow one, being a pretty interesting one. On play, you can choose one of your opponent's battle cards with rest modes, like on play rest, like the Freezer one, same stats as well, but has blocker, but it also costs 1 more. So for having that extra skill of blocker, it has 1 more to its cost, but still not too bad of a yellow promo, probably a decent one to use as well. So that's the stuff you can get for pre-release as well, and also we've got the champion pack cards as well. So when we go to a regional, so when we get the regionals coming up soon, we have these champion pack cards. So we have champion packs, which allows you to have get 2 cards in a pack, and you've got the chance of getting a gold card. So all the cards are they're all reprints. So alt arts of some of the cards we've already had, but they have a chance, like the energy packs, of having a gold version, like a more blinged out version of it, which is quite cool. So you can get the normal alt art, or you can get the gold shiny alt art, which is quite cool. So first one we have in the red, I think got 2 for each color, and we got Roshi for one of them. So really nice looking art for the Roshi software. You can reduce the cost of extra cards by 1. Then for the other one, we've got Saved by a Barrier. So the battle trick, the defensive battle trick for red from set 2, got is in that pack for the ever card in red. Then we've got for the blue cards, the first one we've got is the Goku Black that can play off some master for top of your deck. So alt arts of that, which is quite cool. And then go alongside that, we got the Zamasu, so Goku, the Black and Zamasu are the blue cards for the champ pack, being a nice little alt art of it as well. So if you want to bing up your Goku Black deck even more, you've got more chance to do that in this, which is quite cool. Then for the green ones, first one we've got a Cell Junior, that one that can free play out if you've got an 8-cost Cell on board, and then grab any extra card when you drop back your hands, so grab out those gigantic meters and stuff like that. So you got alt art and just a nice shiny gold art of it. And then the other one for green being that Goku, being probably a chaser one as well for the alt art, because it looks quite nice for its art in the gold art and then the normal version of it. And then for yellow, we've got a Vegeta that can draw a card when it swings if you've got a rested Goku on your battle area or battle card. So having a quite nice shiny art as well. And then the other one being Time Rewound, being the defensive battle trick that can then untap one of your battle cards too. So those are the 8 cards you can get in the champ pack. So in their normal alt art and in their shiny gold art as well. And a fair few of them being set 2, while some of them being set 1. Not too many even, really. But those are ones you can get from going to regionals. And also from regionals, you also got a chance to get some of these alt arts as well. So we've seen them before, the Serial Goku card you can get from getting top 8 or top 16, I think it is. And then you also got these alt arts. We saw that we can get, probably seen from the Japanese Twitter and from their Diesel's events for the EX Battle, they can get these, and you get alt art Goku, but you also can get alt art this Vegeta. So I think you get alt art Vegeta if you get top 32 or something like that. And then, well, like top something, you can get this Vegeta, And then if you get higher up than that in the top cut, you can get this Goku being like a reprint of like SR all arts, which are quite nice, like a lot of gold. And then we've got the serial Goku as if you get like that even higher top cut as well. So these are alt art and serial cards you can get from the regionals as well. So something else to look forward to. And then the sleeves, we got the design for the sleeves, and these are them. So we've got the regional sleeves here. If you make like top, I think it's top 4 or something, you can get these regional sleeves. Showing like interesting one, showing like the leader art for Goku, and I think the leader art for Zamasu and leader art for Vegeta, but then this different art for Piccolo. So maybe this is a hint at a Piccolo leader coming out in set 3. That'd be quite cool if it is, because I haven't seen that Piccolo art on any cards currently. So I'm hyped to know if that is a potentially a yellow, because different. Well, actually, no, it could be green because the Goku here is red, the Zamasu is blue, the Vegeta is on a yellow card, and this so Piccolo could be a green leader coming out of set 3. So maybe set 3 has Piccolo. That'd be hype. And then this is the playmat you get for winner. So the winner playmat gets this one with like the fighting game character selection board, which is like quite cool. So like this, all the different leaders. They're like a alternative, the alt art versions as well. Well, it is weird because it's got the alt art versions of the set 1 leads, but for set 2, it's got the normal art, and then the starter decks just the standard art as well. So it's quite weird if they got the standard art for the starter decks and set 2 leads, but then it's got the alt art for the set 1 leads, which is very, very odd. Bandai make very weird decisions. But that's all right, we got more things as well, because we've also got Tournament Pack 2 cards. We've seen what we get for Tournament Pack 2 when you go to locals. So you can see the 8 cards are going to get a reprint, because with the Tournament Pack cards, they're not brand new cards like we've had in Masters, and not brand new cards that can be potentially game warping. They're just alt arts of cards in the set. So there's 2 for each color. So for red one, we've got Catapesla being one of the alt arts, then Clash of Strongest being the other. And then for blue, we've got Shin here being one of the alt arts for blue. And then the other one for blue being the Son Goku one, the 4 cost that can potentially get 2 attacks. So these are all alt arts for set Tournament Pack 2. They're all alt arts of these cards in set 2. And for the 2 green ones, we've got the Android 4-drop, the ramp card being the one of them. And then Gohan, the one that can gain double strike if you've got a Goku in your drop, being the evergreen one. And then for the 2 yellow ones, we got the Ginyu card as the one of them, and then Blue Power Awakening being the one for blue, for yellow. And just remember, those are the 8 cards you can get for the normal Tournament Pack, but there are winners as well. So each of the 1 card from each of the colors gets an alt art winner one, so a more like same alt art but a full art version. And for red and blue, we have Clash of Strongest being the one for red, and there's Goku being one for blue. So a very nice one for blue, being a more collector one because it's got the Goku and SS3 and a pretty nice art. And then for the other one, we've got the androids being the green choice, so a nice little benefit for the androids, and then Blue Power Awakening being the one for yellow, which is a very nice looking one as well. So that's all the cards we've been given. We've given like all the set 1, set 2 stuff. Got the rest of set 2 cards. We saw the card, like all the cards we're getting and the stuff we're getting from the regionals as well for the pre-release, from the pre-release promo, and the pre-release when they got the promo pack you get on the pre-releases, the regional cards, alt arts and stuff, the playmat, the sleeves, even the tournament pack, the locals tournament pack 2 stuff as well. But not only that, we do have some other cards which I have no idea what they're for, because on the site it doesn't seem to say what they're for, but they're just new cards, so new promo cards in this 7-drop Broly, which you've probably seen before, and a Goku Black as well. So these are 2 other cards that was found on the TCG Plus and their main site, but I have no idea from looking around like what you get these cards from. So if you know where you get these cards from, then let me know. Put in the comments below. That'd be handy. But these are just new cards. You got a 7-cost 40k Broly when played, draw 2 cards. Not the best for high cost it is, especially with no combo power. And there's Goku Black, and in every option of Goku Black, where on play, if you have 7 few cards in hand, you can choose 1 Earthling special trait in the battle and bounce back to hand. So never a good option for Goku Black. But I have no idea where these cards, where you can get these cards from, what they're for, where you get them from. They're just promos, but they don't seem to be part of the promo pack. You can get the set 2 pre-release. They're not from the champion pack. They're not from the locals pack. They're just promos which I have no idea how you can get hold of them. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.